Hi, in this tutorial we're going from a blank canvas to a fully rendered ballerina sneaker using iPad Pro and Procreate. I'll take you through the entire design process, starting from the structural line work and finishing with realistic shading. Whether you are an aspiring footwear designer or just love digital sketching, this step-by-step guide will help you master footwear illustration. Let's start with the geometric structure. Trace two lines perpendiculars and then determine the length of the shoe halfway and then divide the line by 4. Now the heel height, then from the heel height to the middle line, and then the toe raising about 5-6 millimeters. A perpendicular line and determine the back height. From the back height, a straight line to the toe. Another perpendicular line about the length of 1/4 of the length of the shoe. Right there. And now on a new layer, let's start rounding off the lines. The toe, the bottom of the toe, and now the toe of the last. It's a ballerina, so we want something maybe rounder. Ballerina sneaker, so a bit rounder, comfortable. And let's round off the back. And now the instep. Now the throat line of the shoe. Determine the height, how low or how high you want your throat line, and then from there to the back height. And also a little bit of the inside of the throat line. Even though it's profile, you can see a little bit the inside. Now, because it's a ballerina sneaker, I want to add a strap to hold the foot, so kind of a Mary Jane. There you go. And you decide the width of this strap. It's a Velcro strap. And also a mud guard at the toe. And the throat line, I want a flat binding, a wider 4-5 millimeter binding all the way around the throat line. And now the back counter as well. This allows you, having more pieces allows you to play a little bit with materials when you spec it. And in the back I want to add a tab, maybe in grosgrain. Now I want to round off the Velcro strap. And I want to add here also the flat binding as I have it on a throat line. Just like that. And now let's start with the sole. I want a kind of a sneaker type sole. It goes up a bit on the side and also it comes up on the back. Just like that. And now down, forming kind of a wedge in the back, a little higher in the back, and it gets thinner to the front of the sole. And the toe area, and I connect the line. And here I have the rough line of my ballerina sneaker. Now I'm gonna choose a new layer and I lower the opacity and click off the geometric line, so I can start sketching the whole shoe, now correcting and trying to have our lines as steady as possible. All the way we'll trace the whole shoe so that at the end we have a clean sketch, modifying again the line as we see, as we like the best. You know, there are changes, this is the time to make those changes, to modify the line as we like them. The back counter, and the sole. And after this, we'll click off the rough sketch, leaving just the clean sketch. Here you go. And now we have our clean sketch. And now I like to trace again the whole shoe using an airbrush. I use about 5-6 millimeter thickness with an opacity of 12 on Procreate. And I trace the whole shoe. It makes it look a little rounder, a little softer. And this is the way I do it. As we did with the pencil, also with the airbrush, we'll trace the whole shoe. And this technique you can do. I use Procreate and iPad Pro. You could do the same thing using pencil and markers. That's what I used to do originally, and then the same technique using now Procreate and iPad Pro. Here you go. And now the inside of the Velcro strap. And now I feel the inside of the shoe like it was a lining, in this case in black. And from here we'll stitch it. Now I'll show you something new. Now I'll do a new layer, the first row of stitching, and then if I want to do a double row, you just copy and paste, and then you just move your stitch where you like it, where you want it, and this is parallel to the other. The same thing for the mudguard. I'll do a new layer. I stitch the first row, as you see here, and then I copy and paste and move the stitch down. And now I stitch around the Velcro strap. And also on the side like this. On the side I want to do some decorative stitching just to add something. Just like that, to make it look a little bit more sporty. And another sneaker element, I want to add a zigzag stitch all around the throat line. Instead of using a regular stitch, the throat line, I do this zigzag stitch. just like that. I'm using a ink pen in this case to do this zigzag stitch. And there you have it, the whole sketch. I want to add some more detail to the sole. So on the side, where it comes up on the side, I want to add some texture. And the same thing, I want to do it in the back. So I just design a line and then texture there, which is, it makes it a little more interesting. And I'll do the same thing in the back. And now with the airbrush, I'll add some detail. So it shows that the side is a little thicker, and it makes it look a little bit more realistic, a little rounder. And I'll do the same thing for the back side. Just like that. And there you have it. Now it's more defined, the sole. And now we'll start with the shading. So I go all the way around the sole, the darker part of the shoe, and around every single piece of the shoe. So around the mudguard, the Velcro strap, and the binding at the throat line. So it kind of detaches the pieces. It makes it look as that one is on top of the other. And also the binding around the Velcro strap. And also where the stitches are. Now with the binding. And the side, the toe, I'm leaving white where the light hits. Same thing for the side. And the back counter. The Velcro strap. See, it gives it more dimension. It's, and now the sole, same thing. Where the light hits, we leave it white, and we shade the rest of the sole. And there you have it. The whole shoe shaded, a ballerina sneaker. Now the ground, so we can see that is flat and gives it a little bit more dimension there as well. And there you have it, a ballerina sneaker. I hope you like it, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.